Okay, crew, this is not the watering hole that you were promised in the last journal, because unfortunately, the national park that I was scaling mountains in burst into flames. Legit, there was a huge bushfire. I was like talking about it in the journal in the last video. Oh, I can see some smoke down there. I get to the bottom and it's all roped off. The whole national park's closed down and there's warning signs everywhere, but they weren't there when I left, obviously. So as I was climbing the mountain, yeah, huge fire just ripped through that whole place. And I was probably just got to the bottom when it was getting hectic and there was smoke everywhere. Thought about journaling, but yeah, I put some stuff on my Instagram. Maybe I'll add it to one of the archive story things, the highlights, so you can like go check that it's real. But yeah, so now we're at Sunshine Coast. What is this place called? I can't remember, but it's near. I was in Coolum Beach and I was looking at like the closest waterfalls, and this one came up, and there's a free campsite like 20 minutes away from here. But my swag and everything's drenched because it rained last night. So, hey. Yeah, I was thinking I should probably get out of here early. Nearly lost all my shit in the water. Yeah, I should probably get out of here early and dry it out, but I'm just having like the best time. There's like, I was gonna start recording back there because there's like a wooden walkway. It's like one of the best walkways I've ever seen, and it's super springy, and I just ran like the whole way along, and it goes for like at least 1 kilometer, and it's just like running, and it was like fun to run with my bag and everything, like swinging it around corners and shit. Yeah, this is a really cool spot. Like really good swimming spots too. This is just downstream a little bit. Heaps of families and stuff here because it's like real easy. After climbing like the most hectic mountain with like vertical rock scrambling and shit yesterday, this is relaxing. And the water's so cold, and it like relaxed all my muscles because my back was all tight. Like I was really feeling like wrecked today. Went to the beach, tried to enjoy the beach, but it was just like too hot, and it was like still storming. So it was like muggy, hot, and rainy, and just ugly. Then the sun came out, but by the time the sun came out, I was already exploring. And I found this place, like getting really good at just like walking into a situation full of cool people and just being like, g'day, and then everything just goes from there. Like all kinds of cool conversations and connections. Like met a dude from Townsville, a couple of girls from Brisbane. Yeah, it's been fun. Oh, this isn't the way to go. There's like a proper path right there, but I'm going this way so that like before, when the person walks past, they've got plenty of room to not be involved, because I don't want to be intrusive like that. Also, while I wasn't filming back down on the boardwalk and trying to figure out when to turn the camera on, because there's like heaps of little kids and I don't want to film little kids, like even if it's just for a second. Like it just feels like you kind of want to protect children's identities and all that, because I'm pretty sure there's no law against it. Like I can film in public as much as I want, and it's like if somebody's in public with me and they get in the footage, then it is what it is. That's Australian law. I don't know what it's like everywhere else in the world. And I know there's also times when that's not true, like some beaches and stuff you're not allowed to film. Yeah, it's been pretty eventful. I've been pretty fucking knackered, but I get so tired and so sore like adventuring, and then I'll find a place like this and it's almost like I just rejuvenate. Like the excitement just courses through me and like heals my body, and it probably also the nature and the freezing cold water relaxing my muscles, and it just naturally like immersing yourself in another day of adventures brings healing, I find. So this is a bit of a tricky bit because there's like some trees falling down, loose rocks and stuff, but We'll figure it out. We're gonna take a leap. Whoop. Usually I don't have a bag on me as well. So I've got one hand free, like this whole side of my body's got to remain kind of stiff. This log before, because I'm going back the way I came, it looks like a whale, like a huge like humpback whale or some shit. I'll show you, I'll turn it around properly so I can see as well, so I'm not just saying it looks like a whale and you can't see it. We're nearly there. See, it looks like the eye there and like the mouth and shit. Maybe if I go down a little bit more, it's like a big whale like diving deep, and it's like got that perspective angle, like the wide angle, like it's like right there, like three-dimensional whale. Hopefully you can see that and I don't just look like a crazy person. Not that that concerns me at all at this point. Oh, I just love this stuff. Like a natural little like obstacle course, like your own personal ninja warrior, like this kind of stuff. Just like, woo! Funny if I get axed, but I probably won't. Oh, it's so springy too. Got a thing for springy things at the moment. Just makes the adventure so much more fun. Yeah, I was getting a bit worn out. This is exactly what I needed. Like just, I don't know. It's like a couple of days with people. I can do 2 days on with people and then 5 days with Mother Nature to recharge. Because yeah, heaps of people started messaging me. I'm getting so many inquiries now. It's like, but people aren't all serious. Like people just kind of want to talk shit to you in the emails or like in the messages and not actually take any action. But that's okay, it's part of it. I guess that's why people hire somebody to do their admin, because they just, because it gets like that and it's really, it bums you out. Like when you've got this like amazing gift to share with the world. Like, do you reckon I'll try to walk up this? It's a risk I'm willing to take. Yeah. If I'm just replying to emails that go nowhere all day, how am I supposed to be all inspired and shit? This is really slippery. Oh, this is definitely not a good idea. If it wasn't so slippery. Yeah. And people trying to like haggle with me and shit. Like, come on, it'll be interesting for you as well. It's like, yeah, well, like one fellow wanted to go camping for 3 days and he just wanted me to kind of go to where he is and do whatever he wanted. And it's like, yeah, it'll be fun for you as well. It's like, yeah, but I'm already having the best time ever and I don't have to worry about your feelings and like help you heal yourself with all your issues that you just told me about. Like, I'm happy to do it, but like, it's not a hobby to be around fucked up people. It's like, it actually does take something out of me, even though I generally just keep coming and I just keep having energy. This isn't easy. There's a lot of people that work in this kind of world, like mental health and healing, where they're just cooked all the time because they take on so much vicarious trauma and other people's issues. I can't believe there's no one here. It's like the main waterfall. There's been people through here all day, and now I turn the camera on. I come up and it's just like your personal waterfall studio in nature. Oh no, there is someone. Oh, I'm gonna go back then. I'm gonna sneak off. Oh no, there's another one. All right, that's the end. Or is it? Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't matter what they're doing, I know what I'm doing. Remember, that's my little mantra. Yeah. Yeah. Because like I've made it really fun. Like my job and what I do. It's not even a job. You can't even call it a job if you don't really have an employer. Like when you're self-employed. But I guess it is a job. Going camping, doing whatever I want, doing fun stuff to help people. Because it's easier to deal with your issues when you're doing something like this. I'm pretty sure if you were really depressed and anxious and you just came here by yourself, you'd start to heal. But I guess people like need someone to go with them, or like they don't have any mates that are into it, or they just like, they know that they need it, but they won't do it without a little encouragement, a little bit of a push. Or maybe they just don't know where the good spots are. The good spots are everywhere. Just type waterfall into Google Maps, or beach into Google Maps, or whatever you're into. Go-kart track. That costs money. The reason that I promote nature is because it's everywhere and it's free. It's 365 days a year, never closed. And it does the job like nothing else. We could go go-karting. We could go skydiving. We could go sail the Atlantic. All of those things, anything, something that just breaks you out of the patterns that you're in. Like when you talk about like emotional patterns or like trauma and the patterns that emerge out of trauma, the behaviors that you create to adapt to the trauma that's inside of you. The quickest way to break a pattern emotionally and like mentally is to do it with the external. So change physically where you are, change physically what you're doing, change physically who you're spending time with. It's simple, but it's effective. And you don't have to know what you're doing. You don't need to anything in particular. You just need to change. Just like put all the cards back in the deck, give it a shuffle and see what comes out next. It's got to be better than staying where you are. But then again, I guess some people, that's the fear. It's like, what if it's worse? Like, what if I go and like do all this stuff to help heal myself? What if I try these new things and it just like, what if it's worse? Like, what if I have less energy? What if I prove to myself that I'm gonna stay sad forever and nothing can help me? That's kind of one of the narratives that we get stuck on, eh? Like, we're scared to try because failure would mean that we're doomed to failure. But that's a false story. Just keep trying. You can't try once either. You got to try like 1,000 times. And the results, even if you think that you're not solving your issues, even if you don't think you're healing, you probably are. But it's not like you're going to go on one adventure or like try to change your life once and it's going to be this huge dramatic result. It's incremental, like small little tweaks. Because you got to think, this is a truth. Like if you spent 10 years digging the hole, it's going to take 10 years to climb out. Like that's like roughly. Some people will do it quicker because they've got more determination. Some people will take twice as long because their soul and their spirit is really tired. But yeah, if you haven't been taking action and you've been stuck in your whatever it is, whatever you need to heal from, the longer you stay stuck, the harder it is to get out. It's like, I guess, four-wheel driving is a good analogy now that I actually do that. If you get bogged and you just spin your tires, you're going to dig a really big hole and it's going to be hard for somebody to help you get out of that hole. or for you to dig like yourself out of that hole. Literally dig, like get out and like with a shovel and dig into the soft sand or whatever it is that you're stuck in. So the longer you sit there and just go and do the same thing that's already not working, which is just spinning your wheels, the worse it's going to get. And it might actually get like so hard that like even another vehicle that comes past, another person, might not be able to tow you out. You might need something bigger and more gnarly. You might need to call in like a fucking crane or some shit to lift you out. Like, that's a really extended analogy of like asking for help. But I do believe that like everybody has the capacity to heal themselves, and I do believe that like I don't really do that much. But at the same time, when people just like don't value my time, that's silly as well, because hanging out, doing some, like, I'll accelerate you. I will definitely be a massive catalyst for your growth. I won't let you stay stuck. I'll immediately start digging you out. Like, it's just what I do. It's like the essence of who I am at this point. I want to help heal people. I want to help people heal themselves. I want to just throw tools at you. I want to just share insights. I want to listen to you. I want to hear like your real reality that nobody else has actually bothered to understand, because that's one of the most important things. And then once we got all that, yeah, it starts to change. So I think I did pretty well walking through this like very touristy place with people all around and sharing a little bit of the journey of today. A bit of a funny story at the beginning. Yeah, I'm just reviewing myself right now. I think I did good today. So if you enjoyed it too, click the like button for me, leave your comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and check out the links in the description for other ways to get more involved in this project. Let's call it a project today. See, is what I'm looking at is